What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 389 here. This is the Viper edition, or actually this is Viper's 389 TAM edition as always, and this is still testing on the 3.1 version. I haven't found any issues with it. I don't know if anyone else has, but so far so good. Also, what I have is new and available for everyone to download. This trailer comes from Zetor, or if I'm pronouncing that name right, Z-E-T-O-R. It's a Zetor 165 Max Terra, and I will have this linked in the description as well as in my mods list. It's a trailer that him and Trayscapes came together with, and when I move up, you'll actually see on the back it says Trayscapes Edition. They're credited for the ideas, the cargo, and the research. Lots of different options here for the trailer with the cargoes, and this is paper rolls. Actually, as you can see, paper rolls tipping the scales at 56,000 pounds. And right now I am over here in Grand Canyon Village at a cat dealer, and I will be heading to Yuma Rail Export. So I'll talk about that as I get going here. Lights are already on, so we're good to go. I'm playing in my bare feet, which I'm really not used to. I'm usually driving with my shoes on, but there you see right on the back, Trayscapes Edition. Really nice looking trailer. These aren't trailers I usually see in my area. I mean, I know some trailers are more location specific. You know, for example, the refrigerated cargo or refrigerated container pack that Cypress put out. The way those trailers are designed for the game here, those are not trailers that we have here in the Midwest. I mean, we have refrigerated cargo containers, but as for how they look there with the refrigeration unit on the bottom, no, we don't have those. So a lot of cargoes that you guys are going to see are going to be region specific. It's nice that we get them in here so everyone can kind of see what other areas might have. And so, for instance, this trailer pack here with the paper, there's empty wooden coils on here. There's copper coils. There's, I think I saw scratched steel coils. So you got different versions of coils that you can use. And for some reason, my head tracker's not working, so it looks like I'm using the mouse on this one today, which is really gonna suck. But the differences in areas with the trailers is what I really like. And also, you know, it's nice to see, and Zetor is the guy that he was in my stream a few weeks ago, and I think, if I remember correctly, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one that has the Velocity, the Fontaine Velocity pack, which is a great pack. I really like that pack. All the different loads that are on it, all the different cargoes, and combinations of trailers as well. So nice to see that you know, he did a collaboration here with Trayscapes. Trayscapes, you know, I've driven with those guys a few times in multiplayer. Good group of guys over there. You know, the boss man Trayscapes himself. You know, he doesn't take in a lot of slack, a lot of garbage, and you know, sometimes that's what you got to be. You got to be that hard-nosed guy, you know, that keep things in line. And you know, we had the last convoy we did together. It got pretty big, and I believe I've shared a photo of that one where we took up the whole loop after we left the. I think it was HMS, and I know at one point he had commented, you know, he's not a fan of huge convoys, as for the same reason why I try to keep my convoy private, because it just becomes really too difficult to manage the whole thing, because someone is going to have an accident because someone else lagged, someone is going to get lost, someone is going to take their time and, you know, hold the whole line up and things like that. So keeping it small, keeping it manageable, you know, he tries to do that with his group and his convoys as I do with mine. And it's really just the best thing to do. That's why I do the open invites only once a month, because they're just too big, too crazy, and many of you guys have seen that. But you know, it's cool to see that Zetor, you know, got together with Trayscapes, and I don't know the background and, you know, who started talking to who and how things got set up, but you know, it's cool to see that happen, and these guys get together and, you know, make a pretty sharp looking trailer pack here. Really nice setup. You know, one thing I didn't check. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need fuel. I think I'll be all right. Yep, gonna run it. Now, I know I had one of my subscribers, Larry, or Big Larry as he's known on some of the modding sites, with some of the work that he's done. He has been trying to get his Batesville casket trailer from ETS2 to work on ATS, and he hasn't had a whole lot of luck. It just doesn't want to cooperate, and I think his Bud Light trailer is also causing him issues as well. It's really unfortunate. And I mean, I wish I understood and knew more about modding to where I could help him out. And I know he has asked for help as well. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten much, if any, to my knowledge, help in return from his asking on different groups. Which, you know, that's an unfortunate thing. You know, I know I have seen from my own experience, some people will be open and we're ready and willing to help out as much as they can. Time and, you know, well, basically time and schedule willing. But then there are others who can't be bothered. No matter what, they can't be bothered. They don't want to be bothered. And, you know, that's just an unfortunate thing. People, regardless of what stature they have within the community and what they do, you know, they get that complex, if you will, maybe. And we've seen, oh, hello, that's different. Instead of triangles, he's got cones behind him, barriers. But, you know, they get that complex going. Holier than now kind of thing. And, I mean, I'm sure we've all seen it to some degree. Some are worse than others. But, you know, when things like this here with this trailer come together, it's always nice to see that. Just like I'd love to see my not mine, but the casket trailer, the Batesville casket trailer. You know, Larry was wanting to put it in here for me to use, and unfortunately he's unable to get it to work. Would have been really awesome. You know, me being casket man, me having in the past worked for Batesville Casket Company. You know, it would have been perfect. Now, it does work for ETS2. I do have it on ETS2. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it in the freight market. Now, I haven't played ETS2 a whole lot, so, you know, that's another issue all on its own. But the couple of times that I've had it activated, and the second time around, I actually did increase it in the priority listing, it still didn't show up. So, not quite sure what I'm missing there. Maybe it's not 1.25 ready. I haven't discussed that with him, and I've been meaning to. I keep on forgetting to. But you know, I'd love to get that trailer to work right. And even his beer trailers, I'd love to get those working right too. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Now, on a different note, I just noticed I'm in 5 high, and I think my shifter here in my settings is still set to 18 speed. And I thought I changed it, but apparently the game didn't save it, so that's why I'm in 5 high. I'm on the Eaton 18 speed shifter setup instead of the 13 speed like I normally would be, since this is a 13 speed transmission. So speaking of trailers, I mean, what other trailers are out there that you guys wouldn't mind seeing? You know, you don't have to necessarily go and bug modders, and I'm not going to do it either. But I know there's a whole slew of trailers out there that we would love to see in the game for whatever the reason. I mean, for me, Solaris, his 2 tankers. I believe the milk tanker is his. I haven't checked the credits on that one. I haven't even used it yet. But that tanker here in the Midwest, you know, I don't think there's a box on the back of his. Usually a milk tanker is going to have a box on the back where all the controls are or whatnot. So I don't know if his has that or not, but here in the Midwest, tankers that have that shape that what he has there for his milk tanker are used for a lot of general purpose stuff. It's tar, or hot tar, it's chemicals, it's non-edible food items, it's oil, it's new and used, it's flammable material, you name it. That style tanker hauls so many different products. Same for Solaris's water tanker mod, which he has more than just water on it now. Now he's got propylene glycol and other materials. Those are also used for numerous materials, and usually tankers like that, like what he has, I have seen some non-edible or non-portable food product cargoes in it, and I have no idea what the hell's going on there. I'm lucky I just missed that that camper back there. But you know, there are a ton of other cargoes that those trailers haul, especially here in the Midwest, than what he has listed in the cargo list. Now, like I said, trailers are going to be region specific. So some regions are going to have certain trailers and some aren't, like I mentioned. But, and I'm not going to sit here and say that he needs to go and edit his folder or his file to add those cargoes. I wouldn't even dare do that. It would be nice, you know, add a little more variety to the cargo list, but I'm also sure that is not something that takes, 2 minutes to do. I'm sure it's a little time consuming because they have to enter in what the cargo is, how much is it going to weigh, where's the start point, where's it going to, where's it coming from, all that stuff. And it's not, and as far as, from my little diving around looking at files, it's not just one file. It looks like there's multiple files that in some ways are linked together in some way. I could be wrong, but that's just from what it looked like when I was looking at stuff. But I think as the game goes on, we're going to see more of that. This game is still very young compared to games like ETS2. And ETS2 has cargoes on top of cargoes, companies on top of companies. So, we've got a ways to go before we get up to that level of, cargo and choice. So, we've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. We've got a long road in front of us. Lots more to come. I'm trying to think there's other various, like cement plants, for example. That's another great, heavy, oversized load. that we could probably get in the game. Portable separators for dirt that you usually see on construction sites, because they want to separate the fine dirt from the rocky clay type dirt, you know, the boulders that you might have, separate rock from clay, you know, things like that. Those are usually big oversized loads because they're just really heavy and they are wider than the normal allowed width. You know, so things like that, I mean, that would be a really highly detailed trailer as well. But I think in time we're going to get there. We are going to be able to move past the base box van trailer, reefer, and flatbed onto some more unique cargoes, unique trailers. And I, for one, can't wait for it. I really look forward to that. And I mean, hopefully it's sooner rather than later, but, you know, everyone, you know, not everyone does this full time. You know, only 2 people that play this game on YouTube that I know of do this full time, and that would be Squirrel and Jeff Fabiano, I think. And I mean, everyone else, you know, they're like me. You've got a full-time job, you've got a life, you've got friends, family, things like that, so on and so forth. So, like, you know, life gets in the way. You know, things happen. Like this past Saturday, I wasn't here. I was actually at Six Flags Great America all day Saturday. Did I get off the wrong exit? Yes, I did. So I got little to nothing done on Saturday because we spent all day there. Left the house at 8, got there just before 11, didn't leave until about 10, a little after 10. So, you know, I didn't get home until like 1:30 in the morning. I mean, Great America is 3 hours from me. But, you know, sort of me, the wife, my son, and the nephew, we took part in Fright Fest up there. But, you know, I mean, hell, 2 weeks from now on a Saturday, I'm at a co-worker's wedding. So, I mean, basically life gets in the way. I mean, I'm sure everyone understands that to a point. Some people are a little more understanding than others, but that's why I'm not expecting all of these trailers to have the new mods right away. Or new updates right away, cargoes. Or I'm not expecting new trailers to come out within 2 days. You know, I'm not expecting any of this stuff to happen. I'm just saying it would be nice. And I have faith that down the road we will have these things. It's just a question of when. But to get back on the point, let's see, that was real smart of me. How about that? But to get back on the point, you know, about what I was saying earlier, the collaboration between Trayscapes and Zetor, you know, very cool, very awesome. Glad that was able to happen. I don't think that actually happens very often. I honestly don't know of anyone as of yet that has done any kind of collaboration in that respect where, you know, a trailer pack was either made for or named in, you know, put in, you know, had a name slapped on it like this one was. So, at least for ATS, this might be a first. I can't speak for ETS because I wasn't there for the whole thing, but I would believe that this could be a first for at least a trailer mod anyway. Now, I'm sure there have been people that have had exclusives. I mean, hell, I've been offered trailer packs. I mean, I'm sitting on one right now. That he says, hey, it's okay for you to go ahead and show off. Actually, the 379 was given to me to show off. And that's what I did my 4th of July video with. But I mean, I'm sitting on a trailer pack right now that I've been told, yeah, it's okay, go ahead and show it off, but it's not completely ready yet. And I said, well, you know, let's wait until it's ready, and then I'll go ahead and throw it out there. So hopefully that comes in the next 2 days or next week or two, whatever. It'll be here when it's here. But you know, it's really cool to see what happened here. Hopefully it happens with, you know, down the road with more people. Where are you going, Subaru? I will test that 5-star safety rating. You pull out in front of me. We'll see how well it holds up against a truck. Now, the nice thing is, with this trailer being so short, it really shouldn't be that difficult for me to get into this parking spot. But then again, it will be difficult because it could act like a regular pup trailer and just completely get away from it. Yep, I turned too much and it got away from me and I couldn't correct it. And one other boo-boo. Should have those on. Now, I know there's people I have missed out on credits with the trailer. And my apologies, I will have the link for this in the description as well as in my mods list as I mentioned, so the credits will be there for all to see. Because I know it wasn't just Zetor or Zetor. I'm probably butchering that name too, so my apologies, I really am sorry, I'm horrible with names. But it isn't probably just Z's pack, and I know Trayscapes helped a little bit with this, and I know there were others that helped out as well, so great job by all. Very nice looking trailer, nice set of cargos, nice detail, just excellent all the way around. Of course, like I said, the Trayscapes edition right there. So that is it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Give it a like, and I will see you on Wednesday for backhaul and the live stream. Take it easy.